going to be on one side mission and then back to a main mission. Hopefully there's not going to be a helicopter. If there is, I'll just call in a killer bee. Let's send her to the village. Okay, I can already hear the vehicle up ahead. This sounds like a heavier vehicle, but it could just be the acoustics. So a patrol there. There's the tank. Looks like an APC. cute. I'm gonna try someplace to hide. See, the APC seems to be looking towards where the sniper is. No, it's a rocket. Not APC, a rocket. Vehicle. That's why it sounded a little bit heavier. A rocket person right next to it. There's at least 3 more unknowns. We got quite a few snipers covering a small area. Someone... No, it's this one.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Okay, so they saw me moving over here. Hopefully I'll lose them by the time they get up here. Two snipers over there. They didn't quite go up the way I thought they would. Okay, they both got hit. That's easy enough. If you don't have to worry about time, then shooting them in the chest or shoulder or legs is fine, even with the handgun. Although the handgun shots do take longer to take effect.
Subject on board.
But that just depends on how much time you have or can devote to it. If you want it faster, shoot them with the sniper rifle.
не хочу умирать!
Speak. Where are your friends?
Okay, that interrogation was a bit louder than I thought it was.
Where are your friends?
Я нашел ключи в снаряжении! Будьте начеку!
He's coming too. Roger that.
He must have hit his armor. Easily rectified. Priority is the rocket vehicle. And I'll take care of the soldiers after.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that. Roger.
Okay, no new ones here, and no new ones here. This repeats. Helicopter should be back pretty soon.
This is B-Quad. Arriving
Looks
shortly
like I
at
still
LZ.
got 90, no, 1, 2, 2 more mine clearing.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Okay, so next with a main mission. And this is a repeat of an earlier one. Back up, back down. Apparently it's extreme.
Boss, the rebel guerrillas are launching an offensive against the Soviets. Our job is to eliminate as much as we can of the Soviet mechanized unit that will come in as reinforcements. The more vehicles you can take out, the higher our pay will be. But the mission's a failure if you can't manage to eliminate a single one. A race against the clock, with plenty of targets to choose from. Show 'em your best stuff, boss.
Actually, I'm gonna take a CGM. The only reason I'd take one or the other is because of... I'm gonna take a CGM 25 with me. Because it's probably going to be useful. Let's see there it is. This might end up being useful. I can lay the mines. Oh yeah, that's right. I had wanted to come in from this side. There we go. Okay, all the stuff is still equipped, so commence the mission. Wait, I need a different buddy. That means D-Horse. Because I'm gonna need to get around in a hurry. I'm gonna head from the north and start placing some mines, which should keep them from escaping, or at least buy me time.
Boss, your objective is to eliminate as many enemy combat vehicles as you can. For this mission, we're backup for the guerrillas' offensive. That means our mission isn't over until theirs is. Keep an eye on the remaining time. Also bear in mind that you'll fail the mission if you don't take out a single vehicle. As for payment, the more vehicles, the bigger our paycheck. So give them a real fireworks show. Check the target's locations on your map. Once you've spotted incoming,
I'll lay the mines along this road up north. Any that manage to get by me will get hit by the mines. Take D-Horse down there with me, it'll be faster. And I ain't used D-Horse in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, taken care of. There's one that might get by me, but that'll handle it, and there are two that come from the north that'll handle those as well.
Boss, I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
There we go. Square. Okay, I'm by them. That means I'm ready for the first ambush, which is coming up in about 200 meters.
Yeah.
Far.
Target eliminated. Great. Now on to the next.
Yeah.
Boss, we have information on new targets. Check your iDroid for that predicted route.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. Closest one is the one on the right, so I'll handle it now. And wait till it gets closer to this bridge. And hopefully take it out on the bridge.
Yeah.
Got any more in you? Boss, you're doing great. Plenty of targets eliminated. Just the pace I'd expect.
Yeah.
Boss, we spotted a four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner. It's not part of the mission. Do you think you can bust him loose? Just if you have the time to spare.
Okay, that's coming along the south part as well.
Yeah.
The vehicle is there. Way off to the north. It actually should hit one of my mines.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take care of that Jeep. I'll leave these there for a little bit later.
Yeah.
They actually came out.
Открыть огонь! Контакт!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, they must have made it past the mines. So I'm just going to pick it up on this side.
Whoa.
Shoot. Which means my priority is now this thing.
Whoa.
Target eliminated. You've got other targets closing in. You can check their predicted route on your iDroid.
Circle around.
Yeah.
No, get out, get out. Ah, crying out
You gotta
loud.
extract him.
There we go.
Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel. We now know the location of a hidden enemy staging area. Check it on your iDroid.
Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
And that's the one that usually gets by me. Shoot. I swear. What on... No, what gets me is the fact that those shotguns have so much range. It is ridiculous how much range they have. And my mines are all gone. Even though I carefully placed them. They went right over them. That makes no sense. They should have been... That one got away. Bloody hell. Those mines should have stopped them. I don't see why they
The
didn't.
target has left the mission area. It's too late to eliminate that one. Just focus on taking out the remaining targets. Boss, need a little extra firepower? We've spotted a Soviet weapons transport truck. Apparently its cargo is something pretty powerful. What do you think? Should we make them share? Tread carefully, boss.
КП-1. Противник скрылся из виду. Начинаю поиск. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Ваш ствол. Конец связи.
You've eliminated half the targets. Boss, we have new targets. Check your iDroid for the details. The guerrillas' offensive will be ending soon. Boss, there's still time left. Take out as many vehicles as you can.
I'm just going to extract it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I'm gonna let them come to me. There's one thing I do need to see. And that is how these vehicles are missing these mines.
КП, на зоне 10. Никаких признаков врага. Отзывай их поиск.
Up ahead in the hills.
Yeah.
3 minutes remaining.
I'm not gonna get a chance to see why. Okay, they're coming at a good place. I might be able to. I'm gonna fall back and test these mines. Because either they drove along this side right here, off the road, or there's something else going on here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Only 2 minutes remaining.
They stopped. Oh well.
Nice work, boss. The targets are almost history. 1 target left. The enemy reinforcements have stopped. No targets remaining. Boss, exfiltrate the hot zone.
Okay, the entire place is the hot zone. So there's something to the south that I want to check up on. Yeah.
Всем боевым группам, это кафе. На нас напали. Всем подразделениям занять боевые позиции.
Okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna do this. I maybe should have done this earlier on.
Roger that.
It's another one. This must have been where the prisoner was.
Leave the rest to us.
They must have executed him here. Okay, so at least I know that for next time. No? There might actually be another one here. Hi. See nothing here. I probably should have interrogated one, but they wouldn't know where it is. It is. Okay. And it already told me the prisoner died anyway, so that was likely it.
Roger.
So there's a prisoner somewhere in this area right here. Based on the information I gathered, it would be probably best to come in this area right here, and then immediately go for the prisoner.
This is B-Quad. Arriving
Or
shortly
come in
at
from the
LZ.
south side of it. Not along this side,
This
but
is
along this
B-Quad.
side maybe.
Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
And go this way for the prisoner. Missions are coming along pretty well. I'm on mission 34 now. The extreme version of back up, back down. Ended up letting one of them escape. I had set up mines for it, but for some reason it went over. The vehicles went right over the mines, and I'm not exactly sure how or why that happened. Both it and the Jeep went right over the mines I'd placed. It's not that this mission is any harder, that I've noticed. Since it's mostly a combat mission and you're on the run. As long as you have, not the Killer Bee, but the CMB, or... I'm bad with names. The multiple rocket one, it's pretty easy. In terms of stopping the vehicles, that is.
Mission complete.
Phew, at least you made it out in one piece.
Now this is the hard part. I'm not sure how they expect you to get through that without enemy alerts. At least one or two of them. And given you're supposed to destroy quite a bit. Let's see if I've got any new side missions from that.
Now, I know you're an expert when it comes to solo infiltrations, but now you have buddies who will fight alongside you. Use your iDroid to deploy them whenever you like. The role of your buddies is to support you during missions. There's more than one way for them to do that. To get the most out of a buddy's abilities, you need to give the right order for the situation.
Okay, I still need to return to Mother Base to shower. Because of all the hits I've taken.
Welcome back.
Head to the medical center and then I'll return to the helicopter for side missions. Or the next main mission. I've been checking on this room every now and then.
Boss, those animals owe you their lives.
And it still seems weird.
Snake? Thank you. You are always so kind to me, Snake.
So what are you reading? Costa Rica. Okay. So nothing new here other than that scene.
Come back again, okay, Snake? Snake.
Okay. Maybe I need to find another wandering Mother Base soldier.
Roger. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
No new cassettes.
Gaining altitude.
Probably don't have time to do anything before it will load. Okay, still got an hour. Still got 8 hours on that. Oh, that's right. I used D-Horse last time, so she won't appear on the helicopter. Missions. Nothing new in Afghanistan. Surprisingly, nothing new in Africa either. And nothing at the mother base. Okay, so it's a main mission. Cursed Legacy. Recover 2 containers loaded with Code Talkers research materials. These containers are hidden in the jungle. The XOF choppers are en route to collect them. So, if they're hidden in the jungle, then they're hidden somewhere here. It's interesting they have a drop place here. Okay, with unknown quantity here, and why would it extend out to 8? Probably because of the helicopters. I'm gonna go in here. Because I know what that's where I need to be, roughly. And I think quiet would be the most useful. Need to switch to woodland. I'm gonna be dealing helicopters, so I'm gonna keep my rocket with me. If I need sniper work done, I'll let Quiet do it. And that's another main reason why I'm keeping Quiet around, since I won't have my sniper with me.
Boss, Code Talker's research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
Be careful down there, boss.
Yeah, I just about landed on a jackass. I'm going to send Quiet to this area right here. It's close by the mansion and between the area. Should give a good view.
Alle uniter, speciale waarschuwing. Verdedig your position. Uit.
I might have alerted them with the
Looks
helicopter.
like they're stepping up security around the target. Watch yourself.
Okay, 2 ahead. Quiet went around them. Three unknowns. Oh, she got all of them. Okay, heavily armed from the looks of it. I'll bring one of them over here, and I can get a better look at him. Or it would have. Okay. Heavily armored, faceplate. It's gonna be good visibility for him. Looks like light machine guns. Medium to long range threat. More medium threat.
Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
Yeah.
Feel the roots. The branches become one with the forest. The forest is aware of the enemy's noise. You must be too.
Yeah. Faster, faster, faster.
Our early warning radar
Well.
still hasn't picked up the enemy choppers. But it's only a matter of time before they arrive.
The reflex, but
You gonna extract him?
I'll take out this other one over here. Then I'll extract the container. Interrogation would be helpful.
Talk. Where are your friends?
I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. MPF soldiers have no idea what's in those containers. Strictly a need-to-know basis. Target extraction confirmed. That leaves one target to go. Take care of the next one. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy choppers. We'll keep you informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target.
It's a good thing I came to this
Firing on the
south.
XOF choppers. If we attack attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself.
Okay.
That time will come, but it's not now.
So I've got to balance speed. Getting there alive.
You gotta extract him.
Risky, but doable. Okay, almost there. They're on alert, so their movement should be sped up. This will help me.
Vamos check it out. Hoog mij. Buddy!
He's down.
You don't have much time. Move it.
Shoot, prioritize.
All right. Target extraction confirmed. We've avoided the worst possible outcome. Exfiltrate. The enemies notice the targets are gone. They'll be looking for you. Hurry up and exfiltrate the hot zone.
Noticed. Don't move. Don't move. Good job, quiet.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Actually, this is a good case, or a good chance, to pick up a few soldiers. It would be remiss of me to throw away this opportunity. Darn, he saw me. That was careless of me. Visuals for the enemies are a bit higher than I keep expecting. I need to get quiet out of here. Let's send her to 08. I got Delta 6's attention. Now to circle around. strange as it may sound, they're not really a worry.
He's coming too. Roger that.
As much as they're firing, the chance of them hitting me is not incredibly high. They may get a side hit on me, but none of it's a worry. It's mostly because the speed of the bullets and the I guess you'd say the kickback. If they try to go full automatic, what ends up happening is they'll suppress the area. But as for being an actual danger, it's really not. Now this could be a danger if that one on the far left looks this way. If he doesn't, now I just need to get away. As I said, a danger, but not the kind of danger you think. Okay. My biggest problem was the one ahead also moved too.
You gotta extract him.
I've already taken enough damage here, so I'm just going to infiltrate the mansion and see what's there. I should have taken my sniper rifle with me. Sniper rifle wouldn't have helped here, but since they're heavily armored, the bullets would just bounce off, as you saw what happened with my gun. I'm going to get my sniper rifle pulled in. Or called in. That's interesting. This probably would have told me where the...
You got an intel file. Unfortunately, there's nothing new in it.
Oh, for crying out loud. Great. Okay, some pretty nice stats. They seem heavier armored. Okay, they do. Helmet, no faceplate. Body armor, no arm or leg armor. Seems true of all of them so far that I've seen. Headshots are therefore still in if done on the face. Arm and leg shots are viable. Slower. Okay, rain's almost here. It'll take a little bit longer for them to fall asleep, but they will do so with the handgun, sniper rifles. Actually pretty fast even if you shoot them in the leg. Okay.
Too. Roger that.
There's another one he was communicating with. Tagged them both. Two down. One over to my right. He's still upstairs. Okay, I got somebody up. Which one? Yeah, that was my fault. I took a shot that I shouldn't have taken.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Shoot, I can't get. Shoot. I was certain I hit that guy. Him in the leg. Okay. Yeah, that was completely my fault. I made a stupid decision and shot that other person in a position where I couldn't get to him. shoot, I've got hits.
Roger that.
Hey, I've got armored one coming up. This is gonna hurt.
You gotta extract him.
Shotgun.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
And that's why you don't mess with people with shotguns.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Shotgun's down. Shoot. I didn't see that one with the shield.
Boss, come in. Boss?
That was completely my fault. It was moving too quickly.
Target extraction confirmed. That leaves one target to go. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy
Okay,
choppers.
this got me way back
We'll keep you
here.
informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target. You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself. That time will come, but it's not now.
Okay, God.
He's coming too.
Caught
Roger
his
that.
attention more than I hoped to. Still doable. This depends. Okay, he didn't search. It'd almost be better to take care of the soldiers first and then grab both of the containers afterwards.
Boss, you don't have much time. Move it.
Yeah, now here's the thing. I've got troops that are moving in on me on this position. I can delay it for a while. Just gonna find that stunned person.
Buddy! Ha? Barhanan!
I can keep them busy, I think. I hope. Because otherwise it's going to be combat.
Let's come on!
Okay, it looks like it's going to be combat.
Buddy!
more of them. Come on, give me a second. There. Did it. Whew. Shoot, I'm too far away from that one. He spotted me. Darn it. At least they're all down. Except for one. Great. Circle around. There we go. Taken down.
The enemy recovery choppers will be there any minute. Get those targets now. Alright. Target extraction confirmed. We've avoided the worst possible. The enemy's noticed the targets are on. They'll be looking for you.
Got it.
Hurry up and exfiltrate the hospital.
They don't spend too much time down if you use CQC on them as opposed to choking them out.
To extract him.
Shoot.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, one more to take down. I mean, there are quite a few soldiers with pretty good stats in the mansion. Okay, I'll let him get by, and then I'm not going to see anything from there. He didn't hear the magazine. Okay. Now to take out that mansion. Saw some S-rank soldiers there.
Roger that.
Now I just need to wait for my sniper. Now just need to remember, keep it slow. I saw one heavily armored one here. Most of the others were mostly armored. They've got chest plates, helmets, no face plate, no leg armor. Okay, the heavily armored one. Where is he not armored? Right in the rear. Okay, I suppose that's doable. No, it's not doable. Shin. Still not doable. I heard a... Alright. Door just open, upper floor. Okay, safe. So, Shin's fully protected. Underarm. It's got a harder shot. Shoot. Let's see if that one worked. Second shot might have done something. No. That one's just too...
Hey! You okay?
Come on. Okay. So this heavily armored one is too heavily armored. Option 1 is to take out the one behind him, and while he is distracted, get up closer to take him out. For that, I'll need to use this handgun and get a very good shot in. Okay, that should bring him over here. He's asleep. Good. And he fell asleep before the other one got over here. Shoot, he's calling in. Alright. Not the call I was dreading. But I may need to move quickly on this guy.
Себе дозаживайте. Можете нас определены. Росия, посадка. Я знаю босс.
And now. Come on, get there in time. Okay, good. That was a close one. I was seen by those two over there. In a way that's good, in a way it's bad. Got one. Got the other. Okay, they're taken down. I'm going to pull these people back, place them behind this rock, and use this rock as cover. I better take care of this guy first. And now this guy. Great.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Could be the rain.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, they're taken care of. I'll get this one out of the way and then I can begin working on the ones inside the house.
Extract him.
There are two up there. Let's see if I can move around. There's stairs up ahead to my left, which should give me a good view of. Okay, they've got the same type of.
det ser ut för avstående. Och nu sitter man med.
Рассердев, выходит. Без высота. Айт.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Should have enough. How armored is this other guy? Okay, this is good. Two more to handle and an unknown number inside. Of course, this says no. There's just two more. I'll grab the one outside first,
You gotta extract
then
him.
I'll head inside.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, one more. Two of them, not just one.
Bitte Frankreich. Folg mig. Är det?
Now. Gonna take some damage. Bad position to be in. So there's more intel in here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, it's right here. I'm being absent-minded. It's probably nothing new.
I've updated the information on your iDroid.
There's a truck heading my way. They notice something's missing. Caught one of them in the back. Yeah, I don't think I can get the other one in time. That was my fault too. Okay. Thought I could move faster. It doesn't always work out.
You gotta extract him.
Okay, the Jeep. Jeep instead of a truck. Interesting. I'll grab the supplies over here that Quiet dropped for me, and then I'll go to 08 and then I'll exfiltrate. Two, three, four, five. The other choice would have been to come in around here. So I'm gonna see what they know here. Well, at least two things of intel. I now know where both of those are. Not armored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them.
Fire!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Get ready.
Coming too. Roger that.
Looks like there wasn't much here. Actually, it'd be easier to buy. Okay, there's at least something over here. Probably a wild dog. Okay, 2 wild dogs are usually not by themselves. Three wild dogs. Something flashing on the ground. Diamond. Four wild dogs. Mines weren't fooling me. I did hit that one. And that was what I thought it was gonna be. There was something else. Okay. That taken care of, best to exfiltrate.
Roger.
Commander of Zero Risk guarding the mansion. And that's pretty valuable.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, that kind of turned out pretty bad.
Boss, we got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The materials should help their research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now. mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death. The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Okay. One in Africa? Both in Africa. At the mansion and at the oil field. It's not a good place for either of those. Neither of those places are good for those kids to be. Okay, no new side missions in Afghanistan. One side mission in Africa, that's Prisoner Extraction 30. Wandering Puppets again at the airfield. And Armored Vehicle. Okay. Now mine clearing at 90. No, mine clearing at 03. There's quite a few new ones. It's just here, so I'm gonna go to see if I can search for the missing children. I should do them in order. It's hard to know sometimes. I'll try to do them in order. Missing kids 1. And then I'll head towards the other, take care of those 2 missions along the way. Got a feeling they're in pretty much a lot of danger. And quiet ahead to the oil field. Nine tapes. Listen to code talkers last, I suppose.
I hope you bought a better hamburger this time, Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
The last one was lacking in every way. The patty was too thin, the bun too dry, and the lettuce days old at best.
hey, that was 100% all beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings, unadulterated, in hamburger form. Is that it? But when taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings
So,
unpalatable
helicopter.
is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger. In fact, one of our researchers just dropped by with the latest results. Here it is. See how you like this?
We shall see indeed. I thank you for this bounty, Mother Earth.
So, what's the verdict?
Not bad,
And?
but it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
Everyone's a critic. Damn
Okay,
it.
truck.
I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't have enough. If we had any more, we're cutting into our profits.
Profits?
We'll be taking a loss on every unit.
What are you talking about?
Oh, anyway, I'll be back with another round of product.
I will be waiting. Did you say product?
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped. Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Okay, so they're anticipating something. Helicopter's not required, so I'll do my best to avoid it. We're spread out. And it looks like the kid is right here. There's at least one of them. Okay, bound up. Not being interrogated. Truck's still away. Not sure how long it'll be away. Okay. This one seems to walk around the building. And over here hasn't moved for a while. Okay, driver and passenger are on the move. Okay, driver is on his way back here from the looks of it. Still has a long way to go. One by the front gate. I'll try to take this one out and interrogate him.
Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Let's quiet out of the area. Still doesn't know where I am. Why it was. Supposed to stay out. He spotted me. Hardly matters, I'm here.
Okay, subject is in.
There's no need for me to stick around here. Let's grab a few things and run. Shoot. Okay, he's safe.
Leave the rest to us.
Alright. No need to stick around any longer.
He's coming too. Roger that.
We need to make sure that Quiet gets out of there. Send her to 4. I didn't make quite the escape that I hoped to make. The bullet's over here. Please hurry, hurry. There we go. I was lucky. I don't know if they got wild dogs or not. Didn't quite to be expected to be. Didn't quite expect to be chased that far from it.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Great. And the side mission was completed at least. Messily, but completed. So I'm in for some cross country. Aim for here. And then there. truck fairly close by. The one I went after last time. I'm almost at A. Catch some zebras along the way. Okay, now to head north to 03 and where the mines are. And I believe I sent Wyatt. Yeah, she's already there. Once I get closer to the draw distance, it should tell me exactly who's there. There's not too many places to hide in at 03. There's just one building, I believe. Okay, so 4 at 03. And almost there. Truck. Over there, truck just went by. Okay. From behind the building. Two behind the building.
Elke buitepos moet van sit voertuie moes. Uiteindelik, hopelik vroeër eerder as later. Presies. Die voertuie kom uit Suid-Afrika. Ja, so dit gaan nie oornag gebeur nie. Ja, maar dis nie die enigste probleem. Meeste van die terrein hier is nie plat. Wat ons nodig het is opspoorbare voertuie. Nou, ons kan nie ons brood aan beide kante gebord het. Seker moet, kameraad. Jy moet wag staan. Ja.
Okay, starting to move. Those two appear to be talking. Okay. No, looks like one was in the building. Thought it was on the outside. Okay, two of them are working together at the moment. Two down. I'll sneak up on the one. Nope, inside the building, not out.
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
And I'll interrogate these other two right here.
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
Where are your friends?
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
Speak. Where are your friends?
Okay, taken care of. Now I can search for the mines without a problem.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
And this will take care of the truck if it
He's
gets
coming
back
too.
before I'm
Roger
done.
that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Use this time to listen to some of the tapes I got.
Ya'at-e. You disappoint me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Diné and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't...
Switching back and forth to hunt for the mines.
The parasites can't detect your people's tongue.
In case I miss
So I'll
one.
just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, Code Talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing?
Okay.
All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you are close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again, and your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker, each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping you. I'm only alive because you want me that way.
Ridiculous.
As you wish. My regret is this misunderstanding between us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now? You're just another mote in the storm. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts. That's why you call those squirming monsters your children.
What I have done is forbidden. Forgive me, all of you.
The world should be left the way it is. You of all men should know that.
Well, it's easier to use D-Dog, but I was hoping I'd be able to find them without him. Should capture
but my schedule has changed.
Truck on its way back.
The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
Please. Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite.
He's coming too.
Roger that.
But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want
I
to
should
do
have looked
this.
here.
I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly want?
You know the answer to that. How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it. Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done?
You made me do that.
You black-hearted.
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Waleamasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result, the vocal cord parasite spread through the village.
I told you this would happen.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may stumble upon the truth sooner or later, but I suppose that is really of no consequence. One day, he too will pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon is you.
You know, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more humility. These creatures cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
There is no such way.
Oh, really?
Wait! Don't ring it again.
It is up to you. Out with it!
I see now. There must be more to it than that.
What?
They are in you. You use this land to breed more of my children. And not just here. No. In pursuit of your ethnic cleansers. You sifted through many language strains. Finding hosts. Breeding more and more. You would have been infected in the process. Infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain that responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Let my people go, and never bother them again. You heard me. What now?
K4 there.
No! What are you doing?
I am not afraid. I probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain is needed.
And that means nothing to you. If you are infected, you can never again speak your mother tongue. Otherwise you will die, as will every one of your countrymen.
A few words here and there won't trigger the symptoms. And besides, the time is not yet right to show this face in my homeland. Not until my revenge is complete. Now...
Stop!
We're out of time. I have to get going. Well...
No! Radiation. It's radiation.
Radiation, of course. So it can be used.
But how much? I do not know.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells, preventing them from mating.
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There is no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be affected. Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East, it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you?
Catch.
No!
Well then, I'm afraid...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Code talker?
He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Now, where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
It is not difficult to imagine that the radical sides will begin cleansing their adversaries. But what if an ethnic cleansing parasite matching the language of the aggressors were to be unleashed? The aggressors would be washed off the earth. At the very least, the idea that retaliation could eradicate your people would prove a powerful deterrent. The second purpose is the Englishization.
That's the target.
To cipher the organization. This is probably their main use. Man thinks in words. Or rather, words are man's very means of thinking. If you erase a word representing some concept, the concept itself disappears from the world. Nishone means beautiful in Navajo, but the image that comes to mind when we say Nishone differs from the Black Ana's beautiful. An azure sky, a rolling landscape, lush greenery. The meaning we place in Nishone has its roots in Diné culture. If we lose the word Nishone, the images of our beautiful homeland would be washed away into oblivion along with it. Just as Orwell indicated years ago, Cypher, being based in America, is pushing Englishization for this very reason. Suppose all 5 billion people on this planet come to read, speak, and think in English. Their wills could also be...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Cypher's control would be all the easier. Economic governance would progress in leaps and bounds. The ethnic cleansing parasites would be a great aid in accomplishing this goal. There is no need to destroy every language besides English. All they need to do is weaken other dominant languages competing with it. Russian, Chinese, Arabic. If people know they risk their lives speaking such languages, they will flock to the lingua franca that is English. Cypher need not even focus attention on smaller languages. After all,
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Away by English. Business, education, film, commodities. English has permeated every area of global society. I can see this when I look at young Diné. Some of them have already lost their grasp of the Navajo language. It is said that over 2,000 languages of the world are facing extinction. This very moment, cultural concepts and forms of expression are disappearing forever. The spread of electronic networks gives greater meaning to Englishization. Networks have no national...
You gotta extract him.
But basing them on a single language, they can penetrate deeper into and between people. That basic point of unity provides the ideal environment for someone who aims to control people's wills. But how does this differ from building the Tower of Babel? The ethnic cleansing parasites attempt to rob man of his words. Such irony. It was the vocal cord parasites that gave words to him in the first place. Ancient man. Language.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
To produce complex sounds due to the structure of the throat. He could communicate only through simple vocalizations and gestures. Then the vocal cord parasites infected his larynx. Transition to walking upright did not gift him solely with intelligence, but also with his voice. At the time, the vocal cord parasites never harmed man. They merely took a small...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You could call it a symbiotic relationship. Some animal species use particular vocalization patterns to attract a female and reproduce. Songbirds, certain insects, and also the vocal cord parasites. The difference is that the parasites themselves...
You gotta extract him?
...sounds. Rather, they had their hosts, man, do it for them. Once secure on the human host vocal cords, a male vocal cord parasite caused the host to produce a certain sound pattern. Something like a warble of a bird. Meanwhile, females parasitizing other host pharynxes need only wait. Upon hearing the sound pattern of an attractive mate, they would manipulate their hosts into making contact with the person it came from. The female traveled through his host's saliva to the other host's vocal cords, where the male was waiting and the pair copulated. We can only imagine.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
But it was probably through smell. Smells traveled directly to the limbic system via the olfactory cilia in the nasal cavity. Volatile compounds released by the female would stimulate the limbic system, which controls instincts, making the host feel amorous. This kind of sexual selection naturally led to competition between the male parasites. Males that had their hosts produce sounds perceived by females as more attractive succeeded in copulating and producing offspring. Evolutionary traits caused by sexual selection are curious. The peacock's feathers, the mannequin's dance, the firefly's luminescence pattern. Even with courtship behaviors that are not advantageous to survival, those individuals that excel in them produce offspring, and it escalates with each generation. The same was true of the vocal cord parasites. Courtship vocalization rhythms and intonations became more sophisticated, and in order for man to produce such sounds, they had to alter his vocal organs. By lowering the position of the larynx and developing resonating chambers, they enabled more complex pronunciations. But that was not all. The
truck is on the move.
Parasites activated a transcription factor that would later control man's language ability. A protein that, due to its appearance, is called forkhead box protein P2, or FOXP2. Activating this transcription factor led to the development of brain function capable of creating sophisticated frequency changes. This was the pinnacle of the vocal cord parasite's prosperity. However, this sophisticated pronunciation control was too useful for man to ignore. Once human sexual activity ceased to be only seasonal, and having lost pigment-based sexual characteristics, distinctive vocalizations became the most effective means for humans to attract mates as well. Combined with logic pathways hardwired into the brain, or universal grammar, it was not long before advanced communication was possible. This was the birth of language. Luckily for man, it was around this time that a particular retrovirus was circulating. While not lethal, it infected not only man, but the vocal cord parasites as well. It is presumed that this virus removed part of the parasite's DNA and reverse transcribed it into man's reproductive cells. It was a vector. Among the genes it transcribed were the ones responsible for the production of language. The vocal cord parasite's vocalization genes were written into the human genome. The parasites were no longer of any use to man now. Man could use his voice as he pleased, when he pleased, hindering the parasite's courtship vocalizations. Having lost their opportunity to reproduce, the parasites died out,
leaving behind only the transcribed genes. The vocal cord parasites were once in symbiosis with man. Its genes even became a part of his. Humans and parasites are extremely close. As such, it will be extremely difficult for man's immune system to eliminate the vocal cord parasites, even cutting them
He's
out.
coming too. Roger that.
Which is exactly why these ethnic cleansing parasites are such a formidable weapon. The rise of the
You gotta extract him.
parasites goes back approximately 300 million years to the Permian period. At that time, they were not even parasites, but predatory autotrophs. They are believed to have been the common ancestor to the Pentastomida and the Cyclops genus of copepods. However, Earth's environment underwent a violent change at the end of the Permian period. The cause is unclear, but evidence suggests that over 90% of the Earth's organisms at that time died out. The most pronounced threat to the protoparasites was the severe reduction in oxygen concentration. The result was cladogenesis, a splitting that gave birth to a new strain that could parasitize other organisms' respiratory apparatus. This survival tactic helped lower their oxygen consumption, and inhabiting the throat kept them securely in contact with inhaled air. The survivors were those that parasitized the reptiles that flourished at the time. Entering the Triassic period, the reptiles evolved into dinosaurs, and the protoparasites
It should be going back
shared in their
now, so I'll
success.
take out the truck before I go
Dinosaurs
in.
developed respiratory organs called air sacs to adapt to the low oxygen environment. These in particular helped the protoparasites thrive. But another trial awaited them. The end of the Triassic period saw another drastic change in the Earth's environment. For most parasites, the male and female take the same host. Many are, in fact, hermaphrodites. Originally, the vocal cord parasites were as well. But for any strain to ride out a severe environmental change, it must secure a steady pool of genetic diversity. Another split. Now the newest strain procreated with mates found in other hosts. And in order to increase its encounters with those mates, the new strain utilized the voice of its host. It came
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
This truly was the birth of the vocal cord parasite. The parasites developed the host's pharynx to form resonating chambers and used them to produce sophisticated...
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped. Fighting's still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Pharynx was more suited to the development of resonating chambers. These developments ushered in a time of great prosperity for the parasites. But for the third time, the parasites had a major hurdle to overcome. The meteorite impact at the end of the Cretaceous period, which spelled the end of the dinosaurs. With their hosts extinct, the vocal cord parasites had no option but to find a new habitat. Birds. As genetic successors to the dinosaurs, with functioning air sac apparatus already in place, birds were the perfect choice. But the parasites could not survive in birds that flew at high altitudes with thinner air. So they parasitized ground-dwelling birds and altered their respiratory system for the sake of reproduction. They gave the birds the means to produce sophisticated sounds. The syrinx responsible for chirping. This is the proof that points to activation of FOXP2 in songbirds as well as humans. The Cenozoic era began with a rise in oxygen concentration, which helped mammals to evolve and increase in size. The parasites then shifted to humans as a more effective host. Humans' bipedal upright walking meant that our throats could support larger resonating chambers. At first, vocal cord parasites entered humans using birds as their intermediate host. But eventually they changed to conducting their entire life cycle within human hosts. What happened next is as I have already described. People took the vocalizing prowess given them by the parasites and made it language.
Ah, this is bad.
Once the parasites could no longer use it as their mating call, they died out. Or in other words,
Must have been woken up by someone from the inside.
Evolutionary hurdles except humanity. Skullface shared his opinion.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The ethnic cleanser's project was sure to succeed. After all, the parasites had a grudge against us humans. To think we are both
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
just so they could sate their thirst for vengeance. It is terrible. Unforgivable.
He's coming too. Roger that.
What I have done. I learned of the vocal cord parasite's existence in literature belonging to the Foundation. It was little more than a theory. The question was, why does only Homo sapiens among all primates have highly developed language? Human versus everything else. The missing link between these was the mystery that gave rise to this theory. I was fascinated by the idea of their existence. In the Dene creation myth, the Neo Dene, who first inhabited the world, were insect-like creatures. I came to imagine that those insect-like creatures could be humans living in symbiosis with the vocal cord parasites. But I had not the faintest idea of how I could resurrect them. That is when Skullface came to me. What he offered me was not just assistance with my metallic
Okay, with the range of those weapons, I should be okay. And I'm empty.
And not only did they exist,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
back to life in the modern age. An ancient human cadaver, host to the parasites of the time. Cypher excavated such a cadaver from a permafrost region and isolated the DNA coding of the vocal cord parasites. Naturally, they were long dead and could not be brought back. But there was an alternate vessel they could use.
That one probably killed the guy.
Species of the Pentastomida discovered in China. It had adapted to live in the nasal cavity of animal hosts. But its genetic sequence showed signs of common ancestry with the vocal cord parasites. Ontogenesis, the path of an organism to maturity, is like a roadmap of the phylogenetic evolution of the entire strain.
Check out his ankle, and he'll go down.
Reverse evolution of the modern
And
parasite
I'm missing a couple
and
others.
resurrect the vocal cord parasites. They interpose a developmental mechanism to the ontogenetic stage analogous to when the relative species first
Still missing quite a few more.
the point at which it split from the vocal cord parasites, forcing its evolution down the other path, the vocal cord parasite path. The larvae is produced by the
Okay,
vocal
caught
cord
one.
parasites, reborn. I do not know in detail
Where's
how
the other?
Cypher accomplished this, but clearly they have access to high-level genetic technologies.
Got him.
Skullface said it was the work of a genius woman scientist, and that the relative species in question was first discovered by a group once called the Philosophers. I was tasked with modifying the resurrected parasites. He charged me with two demands. First, to add lethality to these
It should
organisms that
handle
had
them.
once lived in peace with man. by unleashing the larvae's latent desire to
One of
consume
them shooting from up
nutrients from the
there.
host's lung tissue, making them eat and eat until the lungs were destroyed. Second,
That might get his
to
attention.
have both male and female inhabit the same host.
Oh shoot, there they are.
Copulate then and there, only when exposed to specific pronunciations continuously over an extended time. What he would do to the Diné if I failed. I had no choice. Originally, the ultimate objective of the ethnic cleansing parasite project was the identification of not only language.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Cultures. Language is deeply connected to ethnicity, but many languages are employed by multiple ethnic groups, and confrontation between those ethnic groups is by no means rare. If the cleanser parasite
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
ethnic conflict, they had to
In part
distinguish
because I was
between groups
probably
using
rushing this
means
one a little bit too
other
much
than
as well.
pure language. The original plan called for this to be achieved by differences in the trend.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Each ethnic group has different lifestyle customs and eating habits. For instance, parasites living in shallow water and taken in through the skin could be used to target rice farming groups, or parasites using cows as their intermediate host would be ineffective against cultures that abstain from eating beef. But that is a lofty goal indeed. The current parasites mainly rely on droplet
Whole lot of trouble they put us through.
It would take
Making me worry like that.
I eventually... The Ethnic Cleansers Project had been shut down.
Boss, about the kids. It appears there's a movement among them to organize against us. I can think of only one person who'd be behind that.
Transmission route.
I'll continue to look into it.
Because of language identification.
I'm thinking the same
I do
thing.
not know why. I understand that the Chinese philosophers who discovered the relative species of parasite originally planned to develop a phonogrammic Alexia parasite. The left temporoparietal region is home to the part of the brain that identifies the phonetic symbols of the English language. They wished to create a strain that would parasitize that region and suppress its literacy functions. The brain area responsible for identifying the logographs of Chinese, meanwhile, is in the left middle frontal gyrus, meaning that even if native speakers of Chinese were infected with the parasite, the literacy would be unaffected. Old and new, east and west, there is no limit to the delusions of those in power. But this delusion threatens to become a reality. I have to do something to stop this.
I must have missed
There
one.
must be something I can do.
When I've captured this one, I'm going to return to the helicopter, and that'll be it for this stream. I missed one. He's up there. Shoot. Okay, helicopter.
Roger.
I wonder how long these 3 are.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Listen to these 2 tapes and then I'll return to the helicopter.
Snake, you remember the White Mamba? Of course, he's been going by Eli since we brought him on base. He was the leader of the child soldier unit we took out of that village and into our protection. Well, according to the kids you brought back here, all the escapees were especially close to Eli. There's reason to suspect he's behind all 6 escapes. We've already detained him. I'll be questioning him shortly.
Wait. You'll be?
Ocelot.
You're incapable of taking an impartial stance with those kids. Question them all you want. It'll get you nowhere.
Ocelot, You get too many kicks from your art of interrogation.
It's not a matter of art. It's about quick, minimal strokes of psychological warfare. That's what gets the answers. And it's the best way to keep both questioner and subject safe. The risks only increase the more an interrogation drags on. At that point, it causes as much pain to the inflictor as the inflicted.
Like I said, too many kicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is we need quick results. Otherwise, it'll be too little, too late.
I know that.
And besides, I know the subject. I won't go overboard with a kid.
Forget it. You're not needed. Snake, we'll want to question the other kids too. Be sure to bring them all back. Snake, about the escaped children. Eli confessed. The way he tells it, they wanted to go back to the battlefield. Don't rob them of their freedom, he said. If you bring them all back, there will be consequences. Next, he'll be asking for our surrender.
Consequences? What consequences?
No idea. That's all I have for now.
You're too attached to those kids. Stop protecting Eli.
Listen to yourself.
Let me question him, and we'll get some real answers.
Not necessary. I'll report as and when.
Good morning, boss.
6 escapees. These are the other 3.
Got time for a mock battle, boss?
That's interesting. These 3 did not go to Africa. They went to Afghanistan.
It's starting to get a little crowded around here, boss.
Still had the extraction. I'm gonna be doing quite a few side missions. The next time I stream the Phantom Pain. Intel tapes played 70%. Okay, 6 hours for this joint development. Okay. Well, this is as good as the other.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
That's one soldier. And another one to the other mission. Okay, got 4 million to work with. So I'm gonna do some development before I end the stream. I haven't checked a helicopter in a while. To be honest, I should have done this sooner. Black loadout inspired by a man on Fire's horse. Doesn't it? Okay. Now I'll use the rest on the base. That might have been a little bit too much. But I should have more money coming in, so it should be okay. Total grade of 400. Okay, good. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.